Welcome to the Wing Space podcast, a place to take up space, a space for you to settle in, sit back, relax, and focus a little bit on health, wellness, faith, family, and this crazy thing called life.
This podcast is not a replacement for mental health treatment or professional health care. In case of crisis or emergency, please contact your local healthcare provider or dial 911.
Welcome to the Wing Space podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what happens if our New Year's resolutions have already fallen apart. So take a quick listen to some of our upcoming services, and I'll be right back.
Can't shake the cold in Southern Maryland? Join us at Hope and Healing in Leonardtown for our first wellness workshop of 2024. Learn new skills for coping with the coldest months of the year and create your very own mood-boosting aromatherapy product to take home. On-site childcare will be provided for $5 a child, and registration is required. So sign up today with the link in our show notes or visit our website at hopehealingtherapy.com.
Welcome back to the Wing Space podcast, a place to take up space. We are venturing into 2024 and starting our second season of the Wing Space podcast. So thanks for sticking around. And depending on when you're listening to this podcast, you may or may not be having the thought, what if my New Year's resolutions already fell apart? Well, first thing I would ask you to do is go back to the end of season 1 and take a listen to my episode on why you might consider not having New Year's resolutions and what you could do instead. But if you did make New Year's resolutions and you're asking yourself, what do I do now? Because they've already fallen apart. I'm going to ask you to consider this. Our very first episode of the Wing Space podcast was entitled Start, Keep Going, and Don't Stop. And so I'm going to invite you to consider the way to assess your New Year's resolution is to start, reconsider, keep going, and don't stop. You've already started, right? You've already created your New Year's resolutions. Depending on when you're listening to this, it's a couple of days or weeks or maybe even months into the new year. So you already started. Whatever the goal was that you said you were going to accomplish in that resolution, you've already started, right? Check. That part's done. But maybe if it's not going the way that you thought it was going to go, you need to reassess. You need to look at, is it a reasonable goal? Is it something that you can actually accomplish? Is it something that you want to accomplish? Do you have the tools? Do you have the flexibility? Do you have the schedule? Do you have the availability? Do you have all of the supports that you need? And if not, then reassess and then just keep going. Keep going in the momentum that you're going to be able to pick up as a result of this reassessment. Keep going. And if you miss a day, if you miss a couple days, just keep going and don't stop. If you have an idea, for instance, that your New Year's resolution is that you want to lose 10 pounds in 2024. And it's the middle of January and you haven't lost any weight. And the things that you put into place that you thought were going to be helpful in order for you to lose 10 pounds, you haven't been doing. So you need to reassess those things. Is it reasonable for you to get up at 5 o'clock every morning and work out? Maybe not. Maybe you can work out every day, but it needs to be at a different time. Maybe you cannot work out every day. Maybe you work out 3 times a week. So you're going to reassess what that goal was and reassess how you're going to accomplish it and just keep going. And no matter what, don't stop. Unless it's an unrealistic goal that is no longer relevant to you, and then during the reassessment process, you're going to reconsider what those are, and maybe you're going to word them differently, or you're going to get rid of them and change them completely in order to make it more reasonable and attainable and something that you actually want to achieve. So today's just a really quick message, because the bottom line is, if those New Year's resolutions that you created are falling apart, it's okay. It is okay. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself a break. You've already started. Take a reassessment. Keep going and don't stop. I'm really looking forward to what season 2 has in store for us. And so I would, as always, love to get your feedback. You can send us a DM or you can email me, Jennifer at hopehealingtherapy.com. I'm excited about what this new season has to come and looking forward to hearing what it is that you would like to hear from me. So thanks for listening and have a great day.